Hi everyone, welcome to Project Nova episode 6. Tonight we're going to recap some patches we missed along the way and talk about the future of Rust. I think it's an important discussion we had tonight. It really feels like Rust is starting to get a bit lost on its direction. And this comes from a place that is love for the game. All three of us tonight really love this game, and we're talking about it in this way because we want the best for it. We want to see the game that we love back feeling how it used to feel. We miss the struggle, we miss the progression, we miss the survival aspect of the game. And I think importantly, the role-playing aspect as well. It seems too much like a first-person shooter right now, and with the amount of server hopping and the blink of an eye progression, Rust has changed dramatically even since I've been playing for the last year and a half. At the back end of this chat, we do talk about a server, and this was a hypothetical server that we would create if we could have it our way. And it'd be really interesting to know if anyone else out there thinks a server like this would work well, with a slower progression and more restrictions like hardcore. We also had some offline discussions with Chris, our other friend, and he brought up some really good points that we discussed during this podcast. So thanks for that input, and let's get into it. So how the fuck are you guys? We haven't caught up in ages.
Oh, it's been ages, eh?
In months, hasn't it?
Why do you think? Why haven't we been playing?
Honestly, like the last time we played, it was too intense, but also just a little bit stale. You know, like you're done in a couple of days. Like the pace is just so fast, and it doesn't feel like, worthwhile playing beyond a couple of days, really.
Have you guys been playing? But I think you guys.
No, we took a break.
I saw that wipe with the pyramids though. That looked pretty fun.
That was the last time. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I think you guys had a wipe where you were in the jungle and the pyramids, but both I didn't play with you.
Yeah, that's right. We actually got attacked by a YouTuber on the pyramids.
Dude, I actually watched that. I watched it. It was quite entertaining seeing it from another point of view. Yeah.
Yeah.
Des didn't seem too enthused about it, when I said.
No, I don't think he was that. He got painted as this bad guy, the stink bad guy, but he was fine.
Did he in the YouTube video? I didn't think it came off like that.
No, I don't think he was. I don't think anyone really spoke in the YouTube video, right?
No,
we were just.
And when I talked to him about it, I was like, I thought it was a good little movie. He's like, really? That guy was like an asshole. And I was like, oh, I thought he was. I only saw the 30-minute recap.
Yeah, it always feels like super toxic when you're in the thick of it, right?
Yeah.
But we had a big chat afterwards. They were a pain in the ass, don't get me wrong. But, we were idiots and we did some really dumb shit. So they just kind of...
Yeah, leaving all the doors open. Whoops.
Yeah, that ladder hatch was pretty crucial to them having a good time with Lalu.
So you got off Rust a bit, which is understandable, I guess. I got a question for you. I think I've got two, and I think I want to ask. Getting distracted by that tiger.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I've got two questions. I think one's more for Braan and one's more for Brick, because I know the question I want to ask you guys both. Braan will have a very abstract answer to it, so I'm going to direct it at you, Brick. When was the last time in Rust you had an issue with hunger or dehydration?
That's a fun question. It's only when I'm building.
Yeah.
So I will get distracted with the building so much that I forget to eat, and then I just die
because you haven't been watching your health go down slowly.
Pretty much, but it's irrelevant beyond that. You've been alive for 3 hours straight and you haven't eaten.
And that's why I didn't want to ask Braan, because I know she constantly just runs around with she hasn't eaten. Remember we were feeding you grubs once, Braan, because you hadn't eaten for 3 hours.
That sounds highly likely. Even when I'm in the middle of a farm with a bunch of food around me, I'll just die of hunger. But otherwise, if you're on a mission, nah.
Yeah,
never.
I think
it's never been a problem.
I just let's keep that in the back of our minds for the rest of the conversation. But it's kind of where I'm going with this whole Rust thing at the
I
moment.
like where you're going with this conversation so far. I know where you're leaning, and you're
Yeah,
right.
I think we're on the same wavelength a lot.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
All right. So, question to you then, Braan, is: have you had a fulfilling wipe lately?
Not really. I think the last fulfilling wipe was maybe that jungle one before the pyramids.
So, why was the jungle wipe? Why would you call it fulfilling? And why was it fulfilling? And what would you say? What's the word? What gives you what is a fulfilling wipe? Define that.
Yeah,
I guess.
define it.
Yeah.
It was fulfilling because we kind of achieved what we set out to achieve. You know, like how quite often. I mean, I don't know if it's probably not the same for all Rust players, but we kind of set a goal for ourselves.
No,
And
go on, keep going. Yeah. So,
yeah.
do you
And so
always have a preconceived plan for the wipe?
I mean, yes, kind of. We usually have a theme, right? So we'll set a theme, and then that's sort of like what the village subscribes to. Whether they subscribe to it fully or not, you know,
So,
that's up for
what
debate.
was the theme?
The theme was a
Oh, not the theme.
new
Sorry.
age.
Like, what
Mhm.
was the goal? I guess you said you had a
Oh,
goal.
the goal was to build the village, and the village
Okay.
was this kind of like wellness center, like a new age sort of wellness center, you know, focused around like health
Wellness
and
center.
yeah, which I love because I love the juxtaposition of something like that against Rust, you know,
Yeah.
with
yeah, I love
guns
it.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And we had great interactions. The people around like were really cool in the neighborhood. And then we had, you know, some like horrible 12-year-old kid who terrorized us for 2 days straight.
I saw
But
him
yeah,
on
we
YouTube.
built
He didn't
the
look like he was
project.
12.
No, not that one. That was a different time. There's
Oh.
always a kid, Shell. There's always a kid.
A squeaker, isn't that
with-
what you call him?
Yeah, the squeaker that stays up till, you know, like all hours of the night
Yeah.
and then goes to bed at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I don't have that kind of stamina anymore.
No, I don't either. I don't have the stamina at all for that.
Yeah. So it was good because we built the village. It looked amazing. Like that was super satisfying, you know, and people would pop around and say that it was cool.
Yeah.
And lots of interactions and trading just with random neighbors. And there was a little bit of raiding, you know, like just a little bit, where, you know, we raided a neighbor by mistake and then found out it was, you know, a friendly neighbor and then gave his shit back. And, you know, like just, yeah. It was just a good wipe. It was a well-rounded wipe.
Okay, that's good. So I wanted to go back over last time we talked, Brick. I think you were the last sort of chat I had. I think Braan was before you, but we were talking about the Naval update, bro, which was
Yeah. How was that gone?
that was a long time ago, wasn't it? So
it was.
So since the last update, and I guess since I spoke to both of you, we've the one after we spoke, Brick, was called ShipShape. I'm just gonna go over the main points and get you guys to quick fire like take on hot takes, whatever takes you got. Okay, so increased daytime. Thoughts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that one.
Really? I'm in two minds. Okay. One mind is when I'm a casual player and I jump on for 20 minutes to farm some nodes and it just turns night, I get tilted, right? Because I'm just like, I had 20 minutes and it's all wasted. You know what I mean? Like
yes. Yeah.
But in saying that, night cycle as a solo is invaluable, I think.
Yeah.
To do your outpost runs, to do your transfer of loot, you know, that sort of stuff.
True.
Or to go and hit trees in the dark when no one else is around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's interesting you both said it was a good thing straight off the bat. Okay. Is this
different play styles, I guess.
Yeah, but is this not sort of making the game easier, speeding the game up?
Yes, it is. You're right. Like it does speed things up.
Like
I liked it because it buffed solar panels. So that's a personal
always
game there.
More electricity.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, I hate wind turbines, so anything to get me off those things. That bonus there, but also the night was too frequently, in my opinion. Like it just disabled the game too often. I mean, you can only chop
Disabled
so much
the
wood.
game or made it harder?
I don't think it made it harder. I think it changed what you could do at night.
Yeah, but you're always like able to go find something to do, you know?
Yeah.
Sort your boxes maybe, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
the
there's less
three
box sorting time.
the three off the top of my head is sorting boxes, transferring loot, or
Yes.
going to the outpost, right? Sneaky
Yep.
stuff. Train tunnels. I used to always head to the train tunnels at night because it was just
True.
you had nothing else to do. And then
Yep.
I actually really liked the whole night vision RP, you know, and now that's just like I don't want to say they got a nerf, but like they kind of did, right? Because there's not as much night.
What is it now? Is it 10 minutes instead of 15?
I think it's
Night
15.
cycle?
No, it's 15, but instead of being 45-minute day cycle, it's 60.
Nights, you guys are all for the nights. The night change.
Yep. I think overall it was a good thing.
Okay. Electricity, industrial, and water on boats. I feel like this made no difference to anything. Thoughts?
Nope. Didn't change a thing.
It didn't. I thought it was going to. But there was a restriction that. What was the restriction?
Water turrets.
No, you couldn't put You couldn't put sprinklers on the boats. I don't think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so like the whole floating farm thing that actually sounded really cool. You couldn't do it.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah, because I tried it
felt-
once and I just put heaps of those real primitive, like
they find energy.
the primitive water purifiers, and I was having to scoop water out of the
Yeah.
water and put it in the purifiers to do the farm. And I was like, what's the point of electricity on boats if you can't even do farming? I don't get it. I didn't get it. I thought it was stupid. Okay, yep, did make a
sounds
difference.
dumb.
Wallpaper on boats. I'm sure you're a fan of that, Brand. But again,
Do you know
didn't
what? I hate
change.
deep sea, so you won't catch me out on a boat
Yes,
unless I'm forced to.
but
Like this.
have you not had a
this
boat
scenario.
wipe?
I've been on a boat now and again. I find it insanely boring. And that's coming from someone who sits in a farm and
Yeah,
does clones.
interesting.
You know?
See, I quite like living on a boat and just living off the coast, and then it's like coming in. I have a little DPV, you know, just come in when I want it.
How
But
often do you find though that your boat just gets wrecked?
never. It's never been wrecked.
What?
Yeah.
There's a lot of on the populated servers. There's a lot of cheese deep seas right now.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear the tone there?
What?
What?
What servers do you think I'm playing on?
I don't know.
He's playing on the main servers.
No, no,
On the
no.
main server? That's not like that. I'm just
No.
if you're in like the first 2 days on like any of the main servers,
Your
Yeah.
boat's
deep
getting
sea.
wrecked.
Not just that, there's trap boats and all sorts of glitchy shenanigans going on in there now.
Really? Okay.
Which, there's boats that legitimately have a way to capture you, and you can't get away.
Wow.
You'll lose every single time.
Oh, the boat
So
like
people-
captures you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just glitches into you, sort of thing.
It was very glitchy the couple of times that I went out on a boat
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like, you'd be sailing across the line and you just fall out of the water and die.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they patched that stuff or not since I was
No, I
last
don't think
out.
so.
The other main thing from this patch, there's 2 more points. The boat building stations in the deep sea, I thought was interesting. So essentially, you can change your boat, fix your boat, make a boat in the deep sea, which is kind of. Again, does it matter? I don't know. What do you?
Yep.
Okay, so why didn't any of this change? Like, are we just basically saying the deep sea is meaningless? Like it.
Oh, they nerfed it to the point where only the most dedicated deep sea people want to be there. I was sitting there while at work today thinking about the best way to describe the deep sea.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to try.
Go on.
Rust is like the game Monopoly. It's just hear me out. And Monopoly, you're playing Monopoly, right? And then the deep sea is like the equivalent of playing Monopoly, which is the main game of Rust, and then sticking like snakes and ladders to the board and tying it to a piece of string and going, right, you're now playing Monopoly, but you can go on this other board and play this other game.
Mm.
And it doesn't sense. The deep sea doesn't make sense.
What?
It's a complete different game.
Catch me up on when you said it was nerfed. What was nerfed? I
They
didn't know
nerfed
that.
the loot to the point where it's basically the only people that go in there now that are the ones that can handle the boredom of it.
Well,
So-
they needed to have nerfed the loot, though, right? Like, it was insane.
Of course.
Like, the loot was
Back to my-
stupid, man.
Back to my reference, we're all here to play Monopoly. We're not here to play Snakes and Ladders.
Yeah.
We're not here to play Deep Sea.
Yeah.
But do you know, I do think it does have a place for solo players, though. You know,
Yeah, but the solo players don't
What?
have a place in it for a whole heap of reasons.
But
Why?
this is.
It's too easy to die.
But you do have
What do
a
you think, Shell?
bag. I think that if you're gonna play solo, you've got to play with the big boys, and you shouldn't have a catch-up mechanic. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. I don't know. And I think it is a bit of a catch-up mechanic. You can go out there with 40 minutes left on the deep
True.
sea, and you can get like a tier 3 gun or a rocket launcher.
Yeah, isn't that
done.
Busty's new strat as well? Like he goes out and farms the deep sea right at the beginning of wipe and just that's
Yeah,
his start.
you can go out at the end when no one else is there, right? And basically hit an island with 10k metal on it. Like,
Yep,
what?
You can do all that.
Like, what is that?
It doesn't
are you
change.
talking about joining in if you're late to?
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that you're spending 25 minutes transiting there and then 25 minutes on the way back.
Yeah, but as a solo,
That's
it's
the bit
safe farm, man. It is safe farm.
It is safe. It is safe for solo, but it's also, not here to do that. I'm not here to be AFK for 50 minutes while my boat travels in one direction.
Yeah. Yep. Though
And I'm not here to do it and then get caught by someone else's boat and can't escape because, as a solo, if you get caught, get shot once by a cannon, it's over.
Okay. What about the wanted poster performance update? You guys, did that one slip through the cracks?
I don't even know if I'm familiar with that one.
Oh,
I think we might have used them once.
I only bring
probably
this.
bought them.
Yeah, I tried to do a whole wipe. I don't know if you remember that wipe where I came and joined the commune, and I start of that. I was trying to start a bounty hunters guild and have the wanted posters, and it just
Yeah.
I love
people
the
would
concept.
just change their name, and the poster would just go blank and shit like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went and tested this last night. It's absolutely no different. It just has better graphics. So there you go.
No.
It was pointless. Next update. Spring clean. Okay. Armored ladder hatches. Go.
Ooh. Yeah, I like that most. I did like those.
Brant?
No opinion. Good. Yes,
Really?
extra defense against raid, but ultimately not going to stop the raid.
I think it's good too, Brick. I thought it was always weird that the strongest hatch you could get was a double door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all for that. New water wheel deployable.
Yeah, water wheel's cool.
It's
But
cool.
weak, very weak. We found that
It's
out
balanced.
the
It's
hard way.
It's good initial power.
What grubs can beat it off?
Yeah.
Yep. It can be melee real easy.
I was gonna go with I've got here water wheel OP question mark.
Nah, because it can be broken so easy. But
You
it's
don't
strong
need-
if it's not
You
broken.
don't need tech trash.
No, and that's why it's so good at the start. Like one water
Yeah.
wheel, and it can run 6 furnaces.
You don't think that's OP in the first 2 or 3 hours? Or 1
Nah,
hour?
because someone can always hit it out. Like it's literally 30 seconds of a spear and it's gone. But it's very useful. It bridges the gap. It bridges the power gap, especially if you can't get tech trash. I mean, come on, it's already hard enough with blueprint frags to tech up.
Okay. Water wheel. I think it's strong. I've never seen it hit out. But I guess if you're playing on a populated server, that can happen pretty easy.
We've been griefed quite a bit. With
What
them.
servers are you playing on, by the way?
We played
It was AU
on
Premium, wasn't it?
AU Premium, yeah, both
Because
times.
I've been playing Rustified a lot, and I haven't seen that sort of crap. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm lucky. You guys tend to build in pretty interesting, pretty point of interest areas, whereas I'll build in the middle of nowhere. Anyway,
It definitely helps.
tech tree unlocking, where you click down the bottom and it goes duk, 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 and unlocks them all.
I mean, it's a quality of life, but it's on the back of the fact that the tech tree got nerfed by 2/3.
Oh,
Right. The only
awful.
reason you can do it is because you can go
Yeah.
down so fast now.
I think you're right. I think it's appropriate now, but I wish they didn't. I wish they'd have
Need it.
blueprints still in. Blueprints are fine, but just leave the tech tree back to how it was, where it took you like 2 days to get a revolver. Do you know what I mean? What, you know, a solo anyway. Yeah, okay, so it's fitting. Overfishing was one I've got here.
That's a weird one.
I think we were like scared of that when we heard it was coming out because
Yeah.
fishing is such an easy way to make money.
Yeah.
But it didn't actually prove to be that much of a problem, did it?
No,
We
it's
were still
only
farming just as much.
no, so it only affected people using rods,
Yeah,
No.
which was
Did it?
retarded. Like,
which is so weird because like I
Yeah,
thought it was going
was.
to nerf the I haven't been offed. One sails the wrong way, guys. Like we're not very good pirates, are we?
yeah, let's get that sorted. First mate Braan, can you sort out the sales, please? And go.
I
We
don't
want to
do,
go forward.
I don't do this stuff. Boats.
Okay, so overfishing didn't change shit. Is that what we're saying? It's just nerfing those weird glitchy bases, right? That you could.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. They weren't even that strong, to be fair. Like, who's got all day to sit there and rod fish?
Well, I think it was again one of those nighttime things that you could do.
Yes.
And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with that. Hot air balloon, how do you say it? Altimeter? Altimeter?
That was a nice change. I mean, for those who use hot air balloons, I mean, they're an alternate travel source, right?
What did you like about it?
It lets you pick your direction a bit better by knowing what altitude you're at.
Again, I think it's making it easier, bro. Like hot air balloons are fun to try and like fly, and
I still think most people don't know how to fly them. So
no,
yeah, but there was
a
point where they became quite popular. It was like a bit of a meme, people flying around in hot air balloons.
They're still that same meme. That's still a really good transport source, actually.
Yeah, but they were used more seriously, rather than being a meme.
I just don't know why they had to do it. And again, make something that's somewhat hard to make it easier. Yeah, like who are we catering for, you know?
Yeah.
It's true. It's also they're a pretty cheap way of getting about when you know how to fly them.
They're super cheap. Yeah, if you need to get back from the outpost, right? You can literally hop in one. I mean, you got to dodge SAM sites and stuff. But do they need to change the chainsaw hitting the X every time? Like, what's the why?
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Do they need to change the chainsaw?
You're bloody ugly, Brick. I just want to throw that out there too.
I'm not
which is coming up in our another patch note chat we will talk about.
Oh yeah, please.
You are an hideous beast of a person.
I'll go to say about that one.
Wait till you see me. I think I'm worse than Brick.
Chainsaw.
Nah, they didn't need to do that. They're getting ganked while chainsawing.
But wait.
Why? Why did they change it then? Like, what's the point? Like,
okay, I have a theory.
Okay.
Right? When you have the jackhammer, you don't have to jackhammer the freaking point on the node. So why would the chainsaw not be the same? You know, it's a kind of the equivalent level of.
It's true.
Yeah, but you can get like 40k wood pretty quick with a chainsaw and a wood tee.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you have to go find nodes, don't you?
Yeah.
Like trees are a lot more abundant, I guess, is where I'm going with that. I don't know. Again, we're speeding. We're just bloating everything. Like
Yeah, you're right.
Everything is bloated. There's more wood. There's more everything. You know what I mean? Like it's
the chainsaw is just a game changer. If you get one, early on, you're just like, oh wow, I can just use this. Even without a T, I'm getting wood 5 times faster than anyone else.
But it was like that before the change anyway. Why did they need to make it even more fast? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm against it. I'm against anything that speeds the game up, but that's just me, right?
Yeah, I'm with you too on that. I don't think it was needed. It also increases your situational awareness, right? So now you can look around yourself or just staring at a tree.
Maybe
ganking's harder on wood now.
Well, maybe that's not a bad thing. But then I remember back when I first played Rust, and we would always go out in pairs when we were using a chainsaw because it was so dangerous. And now you don't, you know.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need it.
Are we saying this is a buff to solos? Can we put that in that column?
Yeah, we can. It is a buff to Solus. It's also a buff to
Okay.
Zergs too. So
All right. Next patch was upgrade hard, raid harder. Workbench upgrades. Brand?
see,
Brand as the base
Yeah,
bitch.
we're
Do
Brand,
you
yep.
do you like
Workbench
this?
upgrades.
Do you like your comfort level when you're near your workbench and stuff?
I mean, there was like one that was kind of cool, but I can't remember even which one it was. Was it the recycling one or the? No, it was annoying because then you'd get annoying amounts of like things
Yeah,
back.
you
Do you know
really
what I mean?
would. You really would.
Yeah.
Though in saying that, you could get some pretty cool components back sometimes as well.
Yes.
So, do you like them? What about the others?
I really couldn't care too much about them, to be honest.
I think, and I'm going to predict here that Brick's going to like the one that, like, when you're crafting in batches, it comes quicker.
Yes, I like that change because crafting's already tedious, but
again, just making the game faster.
But what's wrong with it being tedious? Like, was it a good change? Like, was it worth spending development time on?
It's on the back of blueprint fragments, so the answer to me is probably not.
What do you mean it's on the back of blueprint fragments?
Well, the workbench is so tied to the game right now because of the blueprint fragment system, right? And that's where the grind is.
Where? The blueprint fragments. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so we've just added additional grind to the workbenches, right? Both of these.
Well, like kitting out your workbench.
Yeah. None of these were game changing except that prototype one where you can skip. That's kind of big.
That's wild, that one, I think.
It is wild.
And funnily enough, Willjam just like showcased that in his last video, which means that people that didn't take any notice of that sort of shit will start taking notice of it, which means they will start using it, looking for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I think workbench upgrades seemed really cool when it was coming out, and then now I've used them. The little comfort chair just gets in the way.
Yeah, it does.
Like, have you noticed that? You can't like run past your workbench.
It makes the
I think that it's funny because I think that comfort one was probably the best designed workbench upgrade because it just, you know, if you had food in your belly or whatever, right, it was kind of cool. You could, you know, but then it was just masked by the fact that you couldn't move past your workbench in a micro base. Like, I'm always in a small base, and so you just can't use it. Like, I don't know. It just seems stupid. But
yeah.
So we're not a fan of workbench upgrades. So what we're saying? Would you rather they were taken out of the game or they're not, you're not
just kind of like
egregious?
neither here nor there.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like
they're just a bonus, right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This one's interesting because I didn't even know it existed until I read the patch notes last night, and then I went and tested on the server with that other Chris that we were talking to. The mortar.
Yeah, that's a meme.
Is it? Like, what is it? Like, what's the point of it?
It's useless in its current.
Oh, sorry. I'll tell you what the point of it is. Chris said that it was implemented in the game to counteract roof camping. So what we did was he got a DB slug from like 300 meters away or something, and I got a mortar, and we like went at it to see who could kill each other first, and he just killed me. I couldn't even land a mortar shell on him by the time he killed me.
Yeah,
like it's like if it's made for counteracting roof camping, then it doesn't work.
Kind of sucks
because by the time you actually line up a shot, they've killed you with they usually have a L96 or something, right?
Just
what was the thought in that? Like what were they thinking? How was
obviously you can do it without line of sight, right? So in theory, we're talking deep theory here, you could set one up, aim it at your neighbors, and fire at them from beyond cover, right? And if they're on their roofs and someone else says, "Oh, look, they're on their roofs,"
outrange gun? Like, what is the range?
It's pretty good range. But as I said, he had a slug, and he pretty much like he killed me with a DB slug before I could kill him. Let's put it that way. It is good range, but what's the point of it if you can't actually land a shot?
It's got no real use. Just didn't have a
It's actually really cool. Like, it is a cool weapon, but I just don't understand the point of it if it's got no use. The vending machine UI upgrade, refresh, whatever you want to call it, I didn't feel
That was
like it
good.
needed one. Did it?
Nah, it didn't. It didn't do a lot.
I don't know. I actually, since it's had the refresh, I've had bugs and glitches with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually just implemented bugs into the game that I didn't like. I don't really feel like it was needed at all.
It didn't change much, to be fair.
Nah. Binoculars refresh. I couldn't tell the difference. What's changed?
It gave us a rangefinder, didn't it? It was part of the mortar update.
It was we always had a
A
rangefinder.
rangefinder.
Okay.
It always gave
Not-
them. Yeah. So
they just made it look better, right? More militaristic.
I think that's all it was. I think it was just like some prettying it up a bit. Yeah. There's two more. One is computer stations now require power, which I think is a good change. Like, how can a computer station not have power?
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just an artifact of the past, right?
There we go. I'm gonna give that one to Facepunch. That was a W.
So is it the one win you've given them so far?
I think it might be.
Maybe.
Knight, maybe?
Am I a doomer?
We argued about that.
I'm just
No, I
going
think you're
back through
onto
this now.
something.
Like,
Just
am I actually just dooming on the game?
No, I think they're struggling. I think they're struggling to like make things like they're just trying to keep momentum going with changes, but they're not actually, you know,
I'm not thinking about what
establishing
they're doing.
Changing
any
stuff for the
meaningful
sake
change.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like keeping everyone like interested in, oh, there's this new thing, let's go play it for that month to see what that's like, or
Yeah.
you know, but there's no
Um,
meaningful change.
I'm super aware now that I'm just like shitting on it.
Nah, keep going, keep shitting.
Okay. My next one's another W brand, so there we go. Tin can alarms can now contain explosives.
Yeah,
I thought this was absolutely amazing. No? Yes? What do you guys reckon?
Yeah.
Have
I'm
you
trying to think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, was that in the jungle wipe, Chris? And you loaded a bunch of them up with grenades.
Yes, speed
Yeah.
grenades. Yeah, it was funny. It is funny.
That's funny that you've done that, bro. My movie I've just put out, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
It was super fun. Okay, so I think that's cool. I think it's got a lot of what's the word, like different cool uses you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's, I've noticed the Molotovs and the flashbangs pretty much insta drop,
Yes.
whereas the grenade has that time delay, so it kind of makes it a bit not as useful. Whereas a molly drops instantly and it still does a little bit of damage to them before they run out of it. Flashbangs are pretty good too. B grenades, just like a meme, I guess. The
These
other
are pretty
thing,
annoying.
they are, but like as I said, the wipe I just had, I was playing with B grenades, and when you are playing against people that just play in hazmats, they're just pointless. And end up just making your life harder more than anything.
We could make a podcast about the hazmat.
Oh,
the hazmat.
Don't stop. OP or
yeah, it's just kind of memes of all the other clothing in the game.
the thing about the tripwire tin can alarm things. Animals set them off. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So animals set them off, but then on the other hand, you can't use a snap trap on animals. They path away from snap traps. Which I thought was kind of a bit of a annoying, I don't know what the word is, mechanic. Though you can use it you can put snap traps around your tin can alarms so then the animals don't set them off, if you know what I mean. There is that side to it, which is cool. But anyway,
I'm always learning.
Yeah, so I just did the tin can alarm wipe. I was playing around with it and the animals kept setting it off, and then I tried to use a snap trap to kill a pig, and it doesn't work. If they run over it, because you've forced them to run over, it doesn't do damage, and then just in the normal pathing, they don't path near a snap trap. So you could then put the snap traps down to stop them hitting your tin can alarms. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Tin can alarm with explosives, I think, is amazing, and just like a cool. They're the changes I like to see. That's like taking a primitive thing and putting a weird twist on it that can be helpful, cannot be. Like you can put it in underwater labs, right? Someone pops up and there's a molly on the ground and they have to jump out. You know what I mean? Like it's who does that? But it's such a cool idea. That's a W. That's 2 W's there, Braan, for that patch.
2 W's, yeah, okay.
Okay. Boat drag. They did in a boat. Improved consistency of player boat drag by angle system. Therefore, boat-shaped boats are faster than box-shaped boats. I know you guys don't like deep sea in boats, but I think that was a good change.
Yeah, I mean, it was just...
when I say good change, it was probably should have been designed like that from the start. But
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It'd be a day one change.
But that's cool that they fixed that. I couldn't find anything else more noticeable in that patch. Built different.
Oh,
there was a whole Shadowfrax YouTube on this. Did you guys watch it?
I don't know if I did. Do you remember?
I think we did, but I can't.
Built different.
He was
on shell.
To paraphrase what he said in a 23-minute video, this is the start of the downfall of Rust, I think.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted it. He basically said Facepunch has always said no to this. Like you get what you get, and that's your player.
Yeah, I know, right?
And now they're starting to cave to the pressure of the community. And then where does that lead to? So basically that's what his video is about. And I think the amount of comments he had on his video saying that how like grown men are saying like, I miss my Asian character, my female Asian character and stuff. And like, you know, the women like, oh, I was a black guy and it was fun. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think as annoying as people thought it was, they actually liked it. And it was a unique aspect. Yeah, it was a unique aspect of Rust, wasn't it? Like, and everyone was saying how their Brenda was gone forever and stuff. Like, it was actually quite funny.
Can I put the conspiracy hat on now?
Yep.
So I really didn't like the fact that they've done this and they've all remodeled everyone. They didn't even. I thought they would at least keep us the same, just better. But no, they switched us around quite a bit, and they have hinted towards being able to change this in the future.
Oh, 100%.
And this is a very obvious monetization route for them.
100%.
And I'm concerned. I'm very concerned about that.
Well, look, come here. Just come here.
Confident.
Face me. Look at that. Would you pay $10 to make that not look so hideous? Like, give me a look at you, Braan.
Look at mine. There you go. It's hideous. Let me take off my beanie so you can see the full extent. I look like a tranny.
It's not even as bad as his, man. Look at his.
No,
I'm sorry.
I think mine's worse. I'd rather be him right now.
Oh,
look, maybe this will help. Like,
hang on, were you both women before this?
Yeah, we're both women.
I've always been a black
like men.
Yeah. Were you a black? Were you a black? Are you a?
Yeah, he was always a black woman.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I was a black dude, but like, yeah, it's Brick. You're something else, and yeah, I see what you're saying, Braan.
That's 100%. They might give us one free change, maybe, because I think if they go straight to monetization, there'll be protests. But still, no, come on. This is the fundamental part of the game, and they're changing it.
Why did they change it?
Because they want to make money.
Yeah,
I think that's as simple as that.
And
they've got so much. Do they not have enough revenue through the skins?
Oh my god, they've got so much money made through any part of the game. Like, this is a successful game. How much money do you need? This is a massive change. I think Shadowfrax is right. This could be the start of the downfall. I think the downfall's already here from what I'm picking up on all these changes, but this is the first step to microtransactions and monetization and, you know, commercial.
Yeah, a non-skin pass, right?
Yeah, it's sad, but anyway. The other stuff from this patch that I want to talk about was the new armor. I'm all for this sort of stuff, but I feel like this super just instantly invalidated like weapon slots. Armor slots.
What is the new armor? I think I've missed out on
Ballistic armor.
Ballistic armor is like super
Oh.
high projectile, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
much other stats. It's basically a PvP stat, isn't it, Brick? I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah, it's 100% PvP. It's a rarer metal armor, right? It's better, but it's so rare that it's going to be primarily on either main defense or assaulting. It's not going to be a general PvP, that's for sure. It's so rare that you're not going to take it out.
Is it that rare?
Yes, it's out of basically lock crates, and that's it.
But you'd get a piece every locked crate, no matter what.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's kind of that common, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying the scarcity of it doesn't invalidate the other options of like rolling a 3-slot sort of metal jacket and kitting it out with metal armor and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think the other places still got a place.
Okay. Okay. What about the new M16A2 that's just a shitter version of the LR300? Like, I don't.
It's a different weapon. They tried to drag it in. I mean, again, this is another podcast thing for you, Shell. We could talk about the combat system in this game and just how dated and how unbalanced, how lack of maintenance it's had. But every gun does 40 damage. It doesn't make any sense.
But okay, why, out of all the guns in the world and in fucking people's imagination, why would you make a gun that's so similar to one that's already in the game?
America.
What are you talking about?
The M16. Have you?
It's America's better name weapon, right?
So rename the LR and make a fucking funner gun. Like, I don't understand. It's literally the LR300. It's a worse version of the LR. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Like, why couldn't they have made like a Winchester rifle, like a lever action rifle, or like anything? You know what I mean?
Anything, but they had to drag that in, right? I don't know. It's still worse than AK, and I think that's all that needs to be said about it.
But I don't know why. It's infuriating to me that they just introduce a gun that is basically a carbon copy of another gun in the game. The damage stats and the range is even worse than the LR300. So where does
it's got a tighter spread? That's more accurate.
Yeah. But
some people are probably loving it. But
I don't know.
But the AKs.
Anyway, I think the whole patch was an absolute it's the start of the downfall. You should go watch the Shadowfrax thing if you haven't watched it, Brand.
I think we did, but yeah.
Upgrade to Unity 6. I don't know if that affects me. I did see a bit of a FPS drop since that patch, but maybe it'll pick up again. I don't know. Last patch, before the next patch, which is in a few days. Apartment complex. Lay it on me, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, why?
Again, I think it's like another pace thing. It's there for people just to jump onto a server and,
it's not even that.
Have an instant spot. You don't think so?
No. It's
Is it trying to just create another PvP zone?
No, it's not even that. So the problem with them is they've got that stupid thing you pay 50 scrap in and you can see every apartment that's occupied and how much loot's inside it.
Yeah.
And then you can pay, I think it's 1,000 scrap, but it's a variable cost. But there's unlimited keys in the game now. So to raid these apartments, you just get a key.
Yeah.
And you can just loot it. So for as long as that is the raiding mechanic, I mean, they're never going to be taken seriously.
So go back. Hang on. Pump the brakes a sec. Braan, you said it was a catch-up mechanic. Yeah?
I feel like that's what it was probably designed to be, or like having another PvP area.
Yeah, right, because Chris, other Chris, let's call him Chris, you're Brick and he's Chris. Chris was saying the same thing. And until he said it, I didn't even think about it like that. I didn't realize that that's what it was. I thought it was just
casual players.
I thought it was just a cool little, like, you could have a little basement apartment. A different option to living in a house, like a base. But now you guys are both say that I can see yes, it's like you jump on the server for a couple of days, you don't need to build a base. It's just another way to PvP more, right?
Yeah, and not have to, like, I just feel like the whole building a base and grinding away and doing that for just 2 days of solid play.
The apartment's an L for you guys, eh?
It's just kind of like it's another board game on already, as just another board game. Like it's people playing a unique game instead of playing the main game. It's kind of like, okay, cool, it's good for casuals, but isn't it nice to have the casuals playing the main game as opposed to going to their little apartments and doing that thing?
So you mean like the game board's getting too much diversity to it that you can?
Yeah, again, it's just another weird thing, right? And it's got no real purpose. Like people are just gonna go on there and just leave after day one. Like it's
Yeah, okay. I actually really I thought it was cool, but the more that I analyze it and its place in Rust, I
Yeah.
don't see how it fits in. And it is catering to the snowballies.
Super casual.
And-
Yeah.
And
the
have
snow boys, you reckon?
no the snowbally sort of
Oh, yeah.
gamer
Play style.
Yeah, and have you this shop thing to me was incredibly cool. Have you guys seen anyone using them?
well, they can be
We haven't
rated
even
now.
played.
Yeah.
They can be rated now, did you say?
Yeah,
They
people
could
were rating
always
the
be
shop.
rated, yeah. But my thing to that is like if you're selling whatever, right? Like are they really going to spend 1,000 scrap to raid your shop that probably has like pies in it and stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like
I think Zergs have you seen with the new power update that we're going to be able to get 75% of our scrap back?
wait. I have seen that. We're gonna get to
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
Don't you
we'll
worry.
we'll get to it, but that in conjunction, like whoa.
Yeah. All right, let's carry on in this linear way.
Okay, so yeah. Oh, we can go off script if you want.
No, linear's good.
Okay,
I like linear.
okay.
It
So
works for my brain.
the apartment complex is strange. The shops in the apartment complex they cost like 20 scrap an hour. So if you want it for the day, it's 240 scrap. It seems incredibly expensive when, as you said, it's 1,000 scrap to rate it anyway. I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. The master key thing, I think it should be like a. Didn't they initially say it was going to be a 24-hour cooldown? That would have been good.
Don't you think it's just going to be a place to stash a bunch of kits and guns, and like just have a spawn point to go and counter things? Like it's just another point on the map that you could spawn from, go cause trouble, and it's just a PvP hub. I could see Grubs using it. Like Grubs will love it.
Yeah.
But what was the cost again per day?
1,000 scrap for the key. For what? Sorry.
For the key to break in, but for the rent.
Yeah.
The rent's cheap as. The rent's like nothing, right?
Nothing.
Negligible amount.
Yeah. And the key will definitely be getting bought out by, rich groups to go and raid the bases there every so often.
Correct.
How would you feel if it was not a safe zone? You couldn't raid in it, but it wasn't a safe zone.
I mean, that would be cool, I think. I think it would create more of a community, or you'd have more interaction.
It'd be chaos, I reckon. Yeah.
As long as you've had a few rules, like you can't store sulfur or like more than a K or something over there, I think it'd be fantastic. Yeah, we obviously don't want the groups using it to store
it's
boom.
Like a stash house for boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
I kind of see them as like a halfway house,
That's always the worry, isn't it, with any sort of apartment complexes, the stashing element. Right. Now, upcoming patch. Let's hear it, Brick. I want to hear your hot take on the upcoming the new monuments and
I'm sorry, what were they thinking with the power plant getting an exclusive recycler that gives 70% scrap?
Okay, let's talk.
How strong was... Oh, yeah, sorry, go.
No, you go. I
was just going to ask, how strong was power plant beforehand?
60%.
They're all
No,
60.
sorry, not the recycler, just as a monument.
Oh, it was a typical tier 2 monument.
It was a good place to get a red card.
Yeah, gave you red cards.
Yeah.
It gave us pretty good poor loot. Gave diesel, which is kind of important.
It was just your average tier 2 apartment. Yeah, it wasn't anything special, was it? But none of them are. They're just...
The power update's so interesting. It's doing so many different things, right? We got the power grid you can leech off, which...
It's almost too big. Let's break it down. So, recyclers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why you don't like it. So, go talk to me about it.
All right, so I don't like it because I think there's already too much loot in this game. So we're now giving... Oops, you're leaving me. We're now giving the exclusive people who can have access to this monument, right? They access to a 70% recycler. They don't really need that. They really don't need that. So it's buffed to Zergs yet again. And while we're at it...
Why can't a solo go in and do it?
Because it'll be surrounded by Zergs. This monument is now placed to be.
That's why I was asking, like, how decent was it before? But, with this, it's going to make it...
It's going to make it really tough.
It's going to be a point of interest, right, for the whole map, I think.
Yep.
And
can't steal the fuses out of it, which I think is a lost opportunity because I think...
I like that you can't steal the fuses. It means that the little guy will get the power if it's already on. If it's always on.
I'm with Brick on this. If you could go in and steal and shut down the whole island, that would be cool.
Yeah. Or maybe there should be an opportunity to do it. But at this current stage, I know we'll have enough of those fuses to keep the power fully on the whole time.
Oh, 100%, because they want to be good. They're going to want to pump crude from the oil rigs.
I like the idea of the early game turret, like connecting up to the power line and just like keeping your...
Yeah, I like that too.
Do you know what I liked? I liked
the water too.
I liked how they were not going to have any recyclers on until the power grid was up. I liked that. But they've reverted that by the sounds of it.
Oh, have they? That would have been cool. That would have actually slowed it down.
The only recyclers that were going to be on were safe zone recyclers until the power grid was up. And I was like clapping. I was like, that is an amazing change.
That would have been, and they went back on that because that would have been so good. Imagine
Can you
how
imagine
many people who survive on, like their starter, like the way they start each game, like each
absolutely. Because they run in, they do a road run to outpost, they recycle, or not even outpost, and then they have all their metal doors and their tier 1. Yeah. I thought that would have just been an absolutely amazing thing for them to do. So they've reverted that. So what's happening is, I believe, don't quote me on this, but until the power grid is up and running, it's a 50% recycler at monuments. And then when the power's on, it goes to 60. So back to normal.
Stage 2 power.
They could have made it like
3 stages of power
or something.
Oh, there's 3 stages. So what's the other stage, Brick?
The third stage. So the first stage just gives power to the island. The second stage gives power to the recyclers, so they're 60% like they are currently. So I think it'll be stage 2 all the time.
Yeah.
And then the third stage turns on the power plant's recycler to 75%.
Yeah.
70.
Yeah. Okay. So, the other change is when they turn the, when you sorry, I'm fumbling here. When you get the recycler at normal monuments up to 60, the other change is they're at 4.5 seconds now instead of 6, which is a
so people are in and out faster.
Massive increase. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Again,
why? Why did they do that?
When they're doing that sort of stuff, like, so you're going to go in and out of a recycler faster? Like, that's not what we need. We need them to be slower, if anything.
Oh, absolutely slower. Like, mate. When I saw that it was going to be 4.5 seconds, I'm just like, what? Like, when you do your lighthouse runs, you're like, come on, hurry up. Like, how many pipes you got left? Do you know what I mean? Like, none of that's going to be a thing anymore.
No.
Like, it's just not anything. It's just going to be quick in, out, like less danger. And do you know what else it means? And this is what I like. What's the word? I'm theorizing here. But it's more time in the base, right? If you're not
Yes.
out at a monument recycling, where are you? Like you're in your
Exactly.
base.
Yeah.
So
Getting
just I don't mind. Do you know what? I don't actually mind the whole like the 75% recycler isn't what annoys me. It's the other ones getting sped up.
Yep.
Because
I didn't know they were getting sped up.
I don't really care about the clans. Like whatever, they're going to be
they're always going to be
yeah,
there.
they're going to
like,
be ahead
yeah,
anyway.
no
Like it
reason.
does whatever. Like if they don't want to sit at the recycler, then fine. They're outrating someone, which is fine by me because they're not sitting in their base roof camping or some shit, right? Which they probably are as well. But
Yeah.
but speeding up every other monuments recycler to me is just an absolute L. And like again, I don't know where we're going with it.
Do we need all this crude? Like, I love the attack helicopter, so I drink crude whenever I play, right? But do we need this?
How much crude is it?
It's like 1,500 per is what the Shadowfax example goes to.
1,500 what per
like so oil rigs have to be turned on to pump them, and then they go to dome. There's a dome oil tank now, and you go over with a fuel tanker and take the crude out.
Yeah, I think it's 12. Is it 12 per tick, like into the per guzzler? So if you have them all running, it's like
24.
Pretty quick, yeah.
They accumulate, so you can turn them on and then go collect it later.
Do you know what? Like,
it's a silly amount of crude.
But do you know what it does do, Rick? Like, people are fighting at the monuments, which I'm all for. Do you know what I mean?
It will bring people to the monuments.
Imagine
more,
you
right?
like got a tower overlooking dome, and you like see some like tankers rolling down the road and shit. You know, like it's all on. Like to me, that is awesome gameplay. Like that's cool. I don't know. The only thing I hate. Okay, well, let's keep going through it. I don't mind the dome thing because I think it's engaging, sort of, and the server can get around it. Like they can counter it, and people. You know, there could be people.
Is anyone going to hit the switches when they're at the war rigs if they're not planning on doing it though?
Yeah, that to me was a weird thing that you had to be at the oil rigs. That was kind of weird to me, but it makes sense. But yeah, the launch site one to me is an absolute L. Like, do we
what was
need
the launch site one?
You basically put 10 tech trash in, you can crash a satellite.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah, another way of getting.
And you can pick it, right?
You can what?
You can pick where it's dropping, right? It's got limited maneuverability.
You can aim it, essentially, yeah. And so,
yeah, wow.
Like, how much loot's going to spill out of that, bro? It's basically a Bradley, dropping out of the sky for you.
And you can pick where you want, and you probably got. It's just the fire too, so it's going to be the same as a patrol helicopter.
Yeah,
and
patrol
Bradley, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like you go over and take Bradley, and as you're waiting, you go over and you crash a satellite, and as you're waiting for it to come down, you go and kill Bradley. Like
that's gonna be free loot for someone.
It's just more loot though. My issue is it's more loot. Like it's just more loot.
100% it is.
I don't do it. Why do we need more high tier guns, more high tier armor, more C4s? Like the fun of the game is at the start, like before you get to that point, I think. And like you're just showering the player base with like tier 3 guns and equipment. Like they don't even get to experience the fun primitive aspect of it.
Yeah. What is the point in having it if it lasts literally like half an hour?
It's just yeah. Okay. So in saying that I liked how the dome thing could be countered, all of these things. So also it's a server-wide announcement when the satellite starts crashing, coming down. I think it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My take on all this shit is it's fake. It's fake gameplay. Like it's not player to player sandbox gameplay.
It's not organic. It's 100%. It's like someone's picking it. We get notification. It's going to be hard to take because it's going near their base, and yada yada yada. It's
but think about like do you know what I mean? Like my issue is people load into Rust now. They don't even like Braan at the top of this. You were talking about you had a goal. You guys wanted to make a wellness center or something, right? People can just load into this game now They don't need to
Yeah.
make a base. They go to the apartments, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They
They do
don't
that.
have to think about what sort of persona they want to take on this wipe, what sort of product they're going to sell. They don't even have to like think about where they want to go on PvP because it's all like, oh, satellite's crashing, go to there. Oh, patrol helicopters over here, we're going this way. Oh, we're going. It's just PvP points of interest now that are moving around the map.
Yeah. Like this game is so rich, and yet it's just always, it's always being like remodeled towards the PvPers. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do we have all these skins and all these
Yes.
like unique items
And-
and unique ways of playing the game if it's like redundant? Like it's
There's so much depth to it, eh? And yet all they're
Yeah.
pushing forward with is
I
PvP
but
events.
do you know what? I actually think it's the player base's problem though. Like, we all get upset about not having the numbers on these other servers that they've tried to set up to counter this, right? So you've got the hardcore server or you've got the softcore server. So like the softcore has like raid times between, what is it, 6 p.m. and something
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
Like a 3-hour window or whatever. They've tried to create other modes of vanilla, right, for like a longer gameplay, but no one plays it because there's not enough people on them
You have
to
to
make them interesting.
But this is
like,
a oh wow quote from one of the thing is like you got to save the player from themselves. Like there shouldn't be options. It should just
Okay,
be the
yeah.
hardcore server, and that's how
Yeah.
the game's gonna be played. If you don't
Yeah,
like it,
yeah,
go
yeah.
play something else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
that
no point splitting the community up, right? You can't have
Well, I
You can't have
feel
people playing hard and soft and medium core. It just doesn't make sense from a player.
medium core.
medium core.
That's great. Oh, I love it. I think
You
that
didn't get me finish say something before when you were talking about it though. Like at the moment, there's two things that matter in this game. It's your PvP points of interest and your tier 3 blueprint frags. That is it for the average player. Tier 2, yeah, some struggle with it. People know what they're doing, don't.
why is
Nothing.
It's so frustrating, Brick. This is just WoW 2.0, right? WoW tried to cater to everyone and they ended up on these weird ass like expansions, right? When back in vanilla, that's the way it is. You get them out at 40, stop being a bitch about it. You know, like if you want to wear this tabard from some weird faction, then you're going to be grinding it for the next 6 months.
Totally.
And I just don't get why we have to make everything easy, cater to everyone. Like, and this is essentially what Shadowfrax was saying with the whole player model thing. Like, why are we now allowing people to change their model?
Normies, like let's just call them normies. Normies are fucking whiny, useless, like don't want to put in hard work, and they're the ones that dominate, obviously, the player base, which is sad.
It's gonna be great when everyone starts to look good in the game, right?
I mean, look at the cheating.
When everyone looks good, right? Once they let us pay $20 to change a character, which is coming, it's going to look great.
Oh,
everyone's going to have nice hair. Everyone's going to be, and then you're going to have like weirdos that are playing some. Worse, you'll have people that look absolutely fugly. That's another objective. Like, that's what the kids will do, right?
I don't know. This is all scaring me in terms of where it's going, right? The Monument update is such a cool idea, but again, they could have made it no recyclers until the power grid was on. How awesome would that have been?
That would have been so good.
Like, let's slow the game back down, right? I want to see people using bows and nail guns for the first at least 4 hours of the wipe. Like, you get on now and people are rocket raiding within 2 hours.
Why don't they just do a bunch of things like that in terms of slowing the progression and release them at certain times? Like they could do that with the blueprint frags as well. Like hold off on, tier 2 for one day and it gets released the next day. You know what I mean? Like you could do it in stages.
I don't know why. I can't understand the decisions. That was me, Brick. Sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, I'm going to throw something out there. Did you guys know Alistar just quit?
Yes.
Is that lining up with everything else that's going on here?
I think he might have been. This might have been his vision, and I think he's been moved on because the statistics aren't agreeing with him any longer. Like, his vision isn't propelling the game in the right direction, and I think the numbers internally are showing it at Facepunch Studios.
Wow, that is the complete polarity of what I was about to say. So there you go. Rust is the biggest it's ever been now, right? In numbers, in terms of numbers, player base.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's
yeah. Well, Shell, you told me that last time.
Yeah, it's and that was a while ago, right? Yeah, it's the
huge
biggest.
in Europe.
What's that? Oh yeah, huge in Europe.
Europe, they've got 50,000 people continuously playing there. We've only got 3 over here in Australia and New Zealand. So
yeah, that was the interesting thing. It was hearing like the different proportions and
80% of people
America
playing
and
modded.
Australasia.
Yeah. Which again says its own story, right? Like, the vanilla game isn't working. We're gonna make our own rules up. I was thinking, Brick, that Alistar quit because he was getting forced to take it down a certain road, and he, you know what I mean, like by the shareholders.
Maybe.
And
he could have been.
I was kind of thinking that side of things, whereas you were thinking the opposite. I don't know what it is, but this is what happened with Jeff Kaplan from Blizzard. They basically said, your game has to earn this much each quarter or you're going to be fired. And he was like, oh, I'm out. You know what I mean?
I think Rust got that problem because they're a privately owned company.
Yeah, but look at all the signs, bro. Like,
yeah, there's so
the monetization's coming.
There's money everywhere.
Yeah.
The skins. I mean, like all these, like, deco packs and industrial packs.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that shit, right? Like, I understand they've got to make money. Like, I don't care. That's fine. But like, when you changing player models and
changing player models, and you're doing all these arguably failed updates, right? Big update, Deep Sea, big update. As far as I'm concerned, Deep Sea could just get ripped out of the game right now, and a few people would be sad, but majority would not. People just say, "Oh, yeah, I didn't like that update anyway. Get rid of it."
So if I can play devil's advocate,
yeah.
If you're a investor in this, right? Or someone looking to buy this company, would you call them failed updates if the player base is growing?
Yes. It's growing by how much?
Yeah, how much work are they investing?
And what demographic are we capturing?
I don't care. My shares are looking better. You know? I'm just playing devil's advocate, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Spenders are people our age, right? We're old. We got money.
It's not the kids. Is that what you're saying?
It's certainly the kids.
They can afford cheats, though.
I don't know. These kids seem to have a lot of money.
By the time they buy all their cheats, they can't afford the skins, and plus, they're getting banned every 3-4 weeks. There's no point in them having any skins. You got pushed out.
Basically, what I said as you dropped was Jeff Kaplan. Did you guys watch the Jeff Kaplan interview a while back about his time with Blizzard and stuff? So he
Ghost Crawler?
What's that?
Was that Ghost Crawler? Was that what he was known as? And
possibly
the internet
makes
Ghost Crawler.
Yeah, it makes
Crawler was familiar. He was the lead developer for a long time in Blizzard.
Yeah, so he worked on WoW, Overwatch, all that sort of shit, right? He had an interview because he's recently quit Blizzard. He's actually making a kick-ass looking game, which I think is the Rust killer. But let's put that aside. He is because his favorite game is Rust, and he talks about this in the interview. Basically, he was running Overwatch, and they came and said to him, like, what I'm paraphrasing this very badly, but you'll get the gist of it. Basically, Overwatch needs to make X amount of money by next quarter. That's the bottom line, basically. Yeah. And so they couldn't push the game how they wanted it. They had to just be able to sell stuff, right? Like microtransactions and battle passes and shit like that. And then that's the direction where Overwatch went. Anyway, that's what I think's happening with Alistar as well. Like, I feel like the roadmap that they've got now is stuff that the developers didn't want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like the player models, the battle passes that are coming up. Have you guys had a look at the roadmap?
No.
So we got.
Oh no, we did have a brief look at it ages ago, didn't we?
Yeah, so
Okay,
there's a progression improvements, battle pass systems coming up this quarter. Server transfer, deep sea nexus, whatever that means. The clan system. So they're making
Rank systems in.
How does that work?
Is it?
Rank systems in.
Okay.
Yeah, it came in last this patch.
I don't know what the deep sea nexus thing is. But then,
I can tell you guys what that is. That's actually a really big change.
Okay, go for it.
So on the official servers, you know the ferry terminal?
Yeah.
The Nexus system is linking servers. So
Hmm.
you can go on like, I don't know, AU Facepunch 1 and join AU Facepunch 2.
So which servers will be linked?
Officials only at the start, I think. And no, I do not think it's a good thing for the game.
Wait, so does that mean you can take your loot with you?
Yes.
And does it have to be a server of the same length? Like, can you go from a weekly to a monthly, or?
No, I don't think they'll do that. That doesn't make sense. But they will let you jump weeklies, which I just think is going to get really weird. Like they're trying to copy Ark.
But aren't you going to just take all your Monday AU stuff on a Thursday night onto the new server? Will it wipe?
No, I don't think. I think they'll keep it clean with like just Thursday night wipes that are doing it right.
Yeah, so it won't really matter to us in the Oceanic region, right? There's not enough servers for that shit to really.
Oh, but you got to understand, there's a bunch of unpopulated servers that now could potentially be used to farm up resources.
Yeah.
And drag them over to the main servers. Like, it's going to fundamentally change the game. I just, again, no one's asking for this.
Yeah, right. The strange thing is Q4 Braan is all like the animals, the farming, so all the new animal types and how you can like animal breed and like make a farm and stuff. Which to me is like, I think you said it earlier, Brick. I think they've lost their direction. They're just floundering, right? They're trying to keep the role play survival-y game in with that shit. And they tried to do it with pies and they tried to do it with other things. But the fundamental part of the game is going towards a first-person shooter, isn't it? Like it's...
Yes.
There's no point. Sorry, it's getting more and more like pointless doing the farming. Like the time it takes to do all the clones, the god clones and everything and make some money, like
we don't even need to make the money now. Like,
well, yeah, you don't even need to make money. Like what you sell it for, it's not worth the work.
It's not worth giving the other person the T buff to raid you. It's just not worth trading them.
But like, it's just it feels like there's not enough reward for those like more role play elements.
But there's too much reward for everything. Like, do you know what I mean?
I guess. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like. Sorry, what I'm saying is like putting the effort to set up the farm and do it all properly. It's over within 2 days. Sorry, that's what I mean.
Yeah, and that's why. Yeah,
and I can't be bothered doing that anymore.
I have a mega issue with that, Like because I only play fortnightly and monthly service. Because by the time because I like selling shit, right? By the time I get my shop set up, half the servers jumped ship, and it's like, okay, I guess I'll just sell it to no one.
That's a good conversation. And I was looking at the stats backing me up on this. Weekly service?
Yeah.
They're surviving 2 nights and like a day.
Yeah. Sunday's over. They last Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Saturday evening.
Yeah, Saturday evening's over. Yeah.
Really?
A bunch of people are walking off on Saturday evening. They're like, blah, my boom. Like by the time 8 p.m. started, the pop's just shredding.
Wow. Yeah.
Because they're just like, they're already in the mindset, well, Sunday happening, And then monthlies are only doing like 3 days, maybe.
No,
3 nights.
No, he's right. Like it started to die, that monthly server, the AU Premium, right? Like that.
Are you on battle metrics or something? Like, what are you?
Yeah.
Well, everyone was jumping off and going onto another server by Sunday. It's true. Like everyone's done.
Okay. What's everyone jumping to a new server for?
Just
AU
a new
Mondays.
experience.
Yeah, everyone's jumping onto AU Mondays. But AU
Rinse
Mondays
and
is like
repeat, you know?
biggest. The Monday servers are the biggest servers just because there's not that many of them, and everyone jumps onto them.
I think where I was going with that question was I think people are jumping on to start the progression again, right?
Yeah, exactly, because they're bored. Like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
you reach the end too quickly,
Yeah.
so you have to, you know.
And this like the parallels to WoW is insane. Like they started selling
Yeah.
boosts. You were literally
Oh,
paying to skip the game.
Totally.
Like what
Yeah.
is going on?
Yeah, 100%.
I
Because
just-
all that matters is the end game, right?
But like, why are they doing it? Because I mean, if we can figure that out, you know, surely
Because they're
they
making money.
understand that too. So that's it. As long as they're making money and
Yeah,
making,
and
you
they'll
know,
just milk it for all it's worth, and then okay. So Jeff Kaplan's game, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called The Legend of California.
I haven't. But yeah.
It's basically a cross between Red Dead Redemption and Rust. So it's going to wipe every month, but it's like Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah.
And it's like Rust. You can build a house, but like it's back in the cowboy era, and you like fight
Cool.
like Red Indians and stuff like that. But he's making it with a small studio, and his favorite game is Rust. So his inspiration is going to be Rust for it. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that'll be the Rust killer because they're going to go back to the survival sort of sandbox game that why Rust got massive. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because Rust now, so you take food and water out of a survival game and shelter, right? So we've taken food, water, and shelter out of it with the apartment complex. We've taken water and food is absolutely
it's a PvP
meaningless in this game. Well, what is the point of food and water in this game? I don't understand it. Like, it's just honestly the only thing it does is like gives you a better pickup rate, right? When you go down.
It's a pain in the ass. That's all it does. Just
But
be
like,
honest here.
But why can't they make
But
the
not a
calories
meaningful pain in the
tick
ass.
down? Like, imagine a calorie tick down every second. So you had 10 minutes of food before you had to
then
eat
you'd have
something.
more work for the farmers. You know?
It'd be so
Farmers
cool.
would
Like,
actually have a reason to farm.
imagine there's a food shortage. Like, you had to go out hunting every. Okay, you jump on, you hit your nodes to keep your base upkept, and then you had to go find your food for the next few days, or buy it from a farm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Is Rust a survival game?
No, it's
Okay.
a PvP game.
So, yeah. So I think it isn't anymore, right?
It's not anymore, right? And
this because you can buy a apartment for 30 scrap and you don't need to eat and drink anymore, right? So where's the survival part of it? The only surviving part is surviving from other people killing you, which is PvP.
And is the PvP any good in this game?
Silence, crickets.
I
don't think it is.
The only time I like PvP in this game is when I'm at a disadvantage. Like I like playing with compound bows and shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like I hate barricades. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you just sort of take your Rust hat off and just don't think like a Rust player, just think like a person that's about to play an FPS. This FPS experience is so basic. It's so dated.
Yeah, you're right.
It's so dated.
Yeah, you don't have special abilities. You don't have what else?
Armors. You don't have like you've got armor areas, but you don't have like individual health pools like Tarkov. You don't have any realism with the guns at all. Like the guns are arcade as hell now, and they aren't balanced. Like, and then you got to top it all off, you got the damn barricade that makes everything Fortnite.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people hate it, and
on
it's
top
a debate for the ages.
On top of that, you've got roof camping and shit like attack helicopters and shit like that.
Helicopters, the thing I love, right? Yeah, maybe get me started on the attack helicopter. Like, it doesn't make any sense for it to be in the game.
Okay, so it's not a survival game, right? The other part, I think, Rust, and this is direction for what you're going to do for your wipe. Even when I started, and this is only a year and a half ago or whatever it was all based on like, you could go into the wipe going, right, I'm going to do this, right? And then something would happen. Some idiot would build near you, or you'd get raided early, and your whole direction of your wipe would always change based on the people around you and what people are up to. But now,
Yeah.
and like that whole sandbox, and like you'd make an enemy for the wipe, right? For the month. And like that was your
Yes.
mission then. Your whole mission was just like, I'm going to ruin this guy's month. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's just like none of that happens because I don't feel like it does anyway, because all the PvP junkies get on and they have these PvP points of interest where they go and do their thing. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like the game is basically giving you objectives instead of like the players making the objectives. Does that make? I'm not really explaining that, but do you see what I'm trying
No,
to say?
I know what you mean. It's
It
it's
used to
like-
be sandboxy, and it used to be the
but now
players.
you're just getting funneled into certain things.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's fake.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to create objectives for people to do. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Because people are bored and don't have much of an imagination in terms of coming up with their own objectives.
But if
That's
you
what I'm
took,
saying about
if you
like
stripped
normies
Rust
and
back, right, to
yeah,
bare bones, you actually needed to get food, you actually needed to get water, and you didn't have the options of all this shit, like people would start to build an imagination and kind of like figure out things to do.
definitely. But maybe that's half the problem. They're catering to the normies, like the general public. Yes, they're gaining a bigger player base because they're making it more watered down, for the normies to enjoy. And that's the problem. Like they're catering to the wider audience that doesn't have an imagination. You
Can we
spell it out for
define?
them.
Can we define normie?
Normies. Just like, oh God, how do I define it? The average person,
Is this
that
the
exists
average
in the
gamer,
world.
or
I think the average gamer is now the average person because, like, of our age group, right? Like, we're some of like the older gamers, right? But now you've got this whole younger population, and most young people game. Sports is dead. Let's be honest. Like, playing a sport has been replaced by gaming.
Yeah.
And so you've got a lot more stupid people, whereas before it used to be nerds. Like it used to be the realm of the nerd gaming. Just generally a little bit smarter and more switched on. But now you've got fucking normies, and they are stupid and unimaginative. They love pop culture and shit music, shit film, just all of that stuff. And now they're ruining the gaming industry, which used to be a nerd's haven.
Yeah, and because
Like,
money's
certain
tied
genre
to
of
it, right?
games.
And because
The
Certain
Discovery Channel
genre.
over again, right?
Like World of Warcraft was that kind of genre that attracted nerds,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're not a survival sandbox game, or if this is now turning into a first-person shooter with random
It's
RP
become too
elements.
popular. That is the problem. Okay, I
Yes.
just
Yeah,
realized.
you've nailed
This is
it.
the
Yeah.
problem with
Yeah.
Rust. It's become too popular. It's like when you have a great band
Yeah.
and they're making amazing
Yeah.
music, and you're
Yeah.
like, wow, this band's so cool. And then they become popularized, and then they start making music for the wider audience. It's really weird, but their music just becomes shit.
You're right.
Like, it
It's
becomes
too
watered
popular,
down.
and they're trying to cater
Yeah.
for everyone, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what's happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
how is this? How's this going to land with our wider audience? Like,
Yeah. It's a
and so the
shame.
game's just has lost its magic a bit.
It's lost the like the direction.
Its
Like
soul.
it's going the wrong way. It is. It's losing its soul,
Yeah.
right? Because it was a genuine question at the start. Like, when was the last time food and water was even an issue? Because like, isn't this a survival game? Like, you should be like having to find food and shit, shouldn't you? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they keep walking away from that, haven't they?
Yeah. They have, and it's just all quality of life things. What the fuck is quality of life in a fucking survival game? I mean, like, honestly.
Yeah, that is an absolute juxtaposition of a fucking sentence if I've ever heard one.
That's a hell of a sentence. What is the point of quality of life in a survival game? It's not.
It's like stagger the release of certain
People hate Prim.
objects.
People hate Prim.
Who hates Prim?
It's not.
I don't know
exactly
anyone that hates Prim.
I'm just saying it could be locked at tier 2 for
But who hates Prim?
A lot of people hate Prim. A lot of people can't handle the bug.
The first person.
Everyone loves Prim.
I think Brick, the first person shooter players hate Prim. I think the survival people love Prim.
Yeah.
Correct. But there's more FPS players than COD players than
Yeah,
your
that's because
role
we're
players.
catering for it now. But
Yeah.
the problem is we've got this weird game now that's a hybrid role-playing survival game that's a first-person shooter. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes,
the
really. I just the combat in this game is so bad now. I can't take it seriously.
I guess Rust isn't doing either things justice, right?
That's
Mhm.
not.
And then where's that going to end up? So why is the player base still growing? If it's a shitty FPS and it's a shitty survival game because it won't decide on which one it actually is, what is the appeal?
I think people like building. I think the building's always been attractive to a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
you're
That's
right.
something
I
that
think
other
you're
games
right.
don't have.
Yeah.
It's got to be either the building or the
Yeah.
It's got to be the building. That's the
Gotta be the
only
building.
thing that's different, right?
building and raiding. It's the main difference between most
What-
games. The raiding and the building.
What was it like before? Give me a snapshot of Rust like 5-6 years ago. What was it about?
Well, it was about the same thing, but it was much slower, right? Guns mattered. Losing a gun was a big deal back then. You lost a SAR, you were kind of in tears.
And I think that's
Lost a
where
kit.
the loot bloat is one thing that's annoying me with all these new monuments. The airfield can call in more Chinooks now. Like, really? Do we need more guns on the game
Oh
board?
yeah, true. It can too. Yeah, we didn't even mention that, but yes, you're right.
And, like,
Do we need another lock crate? Do we need another airdrop?
You can
Yeah,
run
there's
down.
so
You can
much-
run down
yeah.
a road. Why
I know.
even go to a monument? You can just run down the roads and you can have a full invent in like 5 minutes. Okay, Brent. So Chris was saying when your power cut out, he was like, "Oh, I'm happy to sponsor. Oh, I'm thinking about sponsoring you guys so you can start your own server." What would your server be then? Because you can mod them, you can change them, right? So what would your server be?
Ideal server. I think just you need to find some way to slowing down the progression.
Okay,
Like,
let's
without
start off. Is
ripping
it a
stuff
weekly,
out.
monthly, or fortnightly?
Oh shit! I mean, I personally like fortnightly.
Oh,
Mhm.
fortnightly too.
I think having 2 weekends at a game, for people who work, like having 2 weekends worth of it is nice.
Yeah.
And then you've kind of just got that week in between where you're like maintaining, and maybe you drop off after the second weekend, whatever.
Yeah.
But I definitely think raid times are a nice little thing to add in, like a raid window.
To not be
sorry.
offload?
Yes, to not be offline. Getting offline sucks. It's so lame. Like, and it would be so
Standard.
much more fun, load more PvP and interaction if you had raid windows, like that 3-hour window between 6 and 9.
You just sorry, I'm having like little light bulb moments as you talk.
Yeah.
Raiding. You guys talked about raiding being end game, right?
Yeah.
And Brick, you said the thing that sets Rust apart from any FPS or any other survival game right now is its building.
Mhm.
Okay. Those two things together is the sort of sandboxy gameplay I'm talking about. So,
Mhm.
like, you're defending a raid in a base that you've designed and built.
Yeah.
Like, that is, to me, that's peak, right? That is cool.
Definitely. Like how?
And you've spent a week keeping the base upkept
Yeah.
and designing it
Yeah.
and upgrading it with deployables. And then you get to defend a raid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, to me, that's peak gameplay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How many people design these awesome bases with the, all these peaks and, shooting floors, whatever, and never get to use them? Like, how many times does Busty do that? He builds a
Yeah.
really cool base and then doesn't even get to defend from it.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to online that base like 4 wipes ago.
Mm.
Remember, we got angry at someone. We're like, "No, we're gonna online them," and we sent we had 10 of us on,
Yeah.
and we went for it. Had an attack helicopter. It was like a 4x4. There was only like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And it wasn't them that slacked us. We got in a stalemate with them. But the whole server we were doing it at peak time.
Yeah.
The whole
yeah.
server just
turned up in this
collided on us.
fight. Yeah.
It was, they had nothing better to do because they're all sitting at bases and they're hearing this boom and they're just like, we're
But if you
showing up.
had multiple raids going off all at once at that time, then it would be a little bit different, wouldn't it?
It would be,
But yeah,
it'd be
that's
great.
the thing you're trying to illustrate is no one's trying to raid at that peak time. you know, like
No,
9 p.m.
you
on a
can't.
Saturday night. Like no one's trying to do that, you know. Like
But I bet you're never going to forget that online though, right? Like that was probably
I won't forget that one.
insane.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
And I just imagine that was every wipe.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like you were either defending your base or you were trying to take someone down
yeah.
onlining like that. Sorry, keep going, Brand. Raid times.
Yeah, raid times. What's the other thing?
You said fortnightly and raid times.
Yeah, there's elements from hardcore that I think are really cool in terms of slowing down the progression, but maybe that's too much slowed down. But yeah, what other
hardcore's
ways
amazing.
you need to slow down the progression somehow after they've added all this extra shit in. So
What's your suggestion?
I kind of like the idea of staggering the workbench release. You know, like the idea of releasing the tier
Gated?
3. Yeah, gated tier 3 blueprint frags.
What would be a time frame for your
I don't know
gated tier 3?
what seems like a reasonable time for people. Like
If this is
right?
Brand's fortnightly server, right?
I would say, like, could it be on? I mean, people get it too quickly. Could it be on Sunday night? Like, could it be if you've got Friday wipes?
So you're saying,
so like, what if you go tier 1 on Friday, tier 2 Saturday, tier 3 Sunday?
yeah.
Is that going to give people enough time to do shit or nah? Is that too slow?
I mean, this is your server, Brandon. It's up to you. I was thinking that, yeah. I mean, if it was my server, I'd even think about stretching it further because then they could play the weekend and jump off. Do you know what I mean? Because they've already got tier 3.
Well, and what's locked behind tier 3? It's rocket launcher, right? So there wouldn't be much raiding going on without a rocket launcher, right?
Rocket launchers aren't. No, it'd be catapult and propanes. Yeah, it'd be
this way to raid. It would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Shit.
Battle satchels,
and satchels. But could you find C4 and stuff in your server?
I haven't thought that far, Charlotte. You put me on the spot. I just think it would be really nice to actually see some amazing shit being built and defended, or like staying up long enough for it to. Yeah, I guess there is a balance. You can't, you don't want things getting too crazy and hard to.
And Brick, what do you reckon about Tech Tree? Can you tech on this is your server too? This is the Brick and Brand server. Can you tech? You can't tech, so it's research only.
Research only, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And a researcher's original cost or the new shitty 15 scrap?
Original.
Whoa, original cost. Whew.
Yeah, no. And I'd get rid of the scrap for the workbenches. So I'd ditch the workbenches.
You like the what?
Get rid of them. I don't want
craft anything.
You can craft, but you don't need a workbench. Get rid of it. Burn it.
What do you mean? What do you do instead?
You research stuff.
You're just researching your craft.
Oh,
that's how it used to be.
That will be very slow.
It'll be fast. Amazing. Once you've got a gun, you can then go crazy for it, right? But until then.
Yeah, like you just research. You find a gun, you research it.
That's how it used.
What about not crafting guns like hardcore? What would you bring over from hardcore?
I like the
Make guns seem precious, right?
Yeah, way more precious. And the ammo, you couldn't craft ammo either.
No, you could. It cost 10 times as much.
Oh, it cost more, but that was good that it cost more. It made it again more precious. You weren't just,
Yeah, you're running around with donkey weapons like pythons and.
How many times were you just running like a handmade SMG because you couldn't find anything else? You found it on a shitty barrel.
And you couldn't afford to run it.
Survival game. That is a real survival game.
You couldn't afford to run it because the bullets were costing you too much in the handmade.
Yeah. It's so true. And you'd be like, you'd find like 10 incendiary ammo and you'd chuck it in.
So one thing we haven't talked about, and I think we need to because it's actually the biggest update probably this year, and we haven't spoken about it. It's the Clang update.
Yep.
So the Clang table's in the game.
Yeah, I just sort of ignored it because I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm a solo grub, but go for it.
And now invite get into that.
Oh yeah, cool, got it.
And now you got a purple name.
Oh yeah, and we've got a little tag on our name.
It's taking a long time to load.
Yeah.
What loads? What are we looking at?
Failed to load your clan from the server.
And then
where are you looking? Oh wait, there's points and stuff. What do the points do?
The points aren't set up properly yet, but it's like rewarding your best farmers and stuff.
But there's a clan leaderboard for the server.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's
that you can.
That's interesting. I don't know that I hate this.
If you were in a big group, sure.
But it gives you like something to aim for, right? Like, oh, these fuckers are 2,000. Let's get up there. Like, what do we got to do? Like, who are we got to raid for it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think anything that invites more onlining and stuff like that is kind of cool. Oh, wait. So you can have teams within the clan?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, like you'll have your teams, right? And then you can imagine teams teaming up as a clan to go and do targeted raids. You know, it already happens, but it's a fucking schmozzle because people aren't on the same UI.
I don't hate this, guys. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. At least you get to end this on a good note then.
Well, it's good
Do you
for
know
us.
what I mean?
We play in villages.
Do you guys... Yeah, do you guys not think this is kind of
Do I still show
handy?
up as a pink name for you guys because I'm not on your
Yes.
team?
Yeah, you're pink, yeah.
Now
You're pink, but we can see you on the map, I believe. Yeah.
No, I've just
Yeah, but we can always see on the map, which is crazy.
As I said, I think this is just going to facilitate raids, which is, like, isn't that good?
Maybe.
As long as they're done, you know, in reasonable hours. Like not at 4 a.m.
No, it's always... I'm always on at server restarts because I'm farming and shit.
Yeah.
And it's just raid central, man, on every
Yeah.
Rustified server. It's just chaos. It's so funny. It's good to catch up. So when are we having a wipe, guys?
Not this weekend.
Next month, I think. Like next big wipe in 2 months.
Well,
I'll
let's do
get
it.
Friday off.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's plan the next wipe after this month, and
we'll come up
go
with
from
something.
there.
Do we want a
Sounds
theme?
good.
And then,
Michelle?
what's that?
Is it going to be a theme?
Oh, I don't know. I just fall into it. You know what I did last wipe? I made a large Fernie base.
Oh.
I've never had a large furnace, so I want to live in a large Fernie base. that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's I think Brick. You remember you did that in the industrial wipe that we did when we were like
Yeah, it was amazing. That was a good wipe for us.
That was such a fun wipe. Actually, I think that's one of the most fun wipes I've had.
What made it fun?
We did this like Eastern European Soviet style like village again, which everyone had like a different industry that they had to operate. So it was like the fishery, the agriculture sector, and then Chris did the industrials.
The industrials.
It was just like a large furnace space that he lived out of. But that was like, you know, where we did all the smelting and stuff.
That was so cool. And we had some real wholesome interactions. Like we had this really sweaty group that was beside us who ended up befriending us really hard.
Yeah. And then we had these two other sweaty groups, but then we
I kept blowing up the helicopters. Like I blew up like 6 or 7 of their minis, and they were real good sports. They ended up we're at the end. They were like, all right, we're gonna
came to raid us.
They put a massive raid tower up. It was a huge fob, and we were just having a big scrap.
But it was just a scrap, like a real wholesome scrap, like real clean, just having fun and laughing with each other, and it was just good.
It was a good way to
sounds good. Anyway, all good.
Yeah, my battery's down to 6% now.
Oh shit, I better jump off then. Good
Thanks
night,
for the
Shell.
chat.
Yeah.
Good night, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.